since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. Glad to have you with us from the original Cotton Bowl, located on the fairgrounds in the heart of Dallas, Texas. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Sooners will put toe to leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get it. It's a touchdown. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma's offense will have the first possession of the game. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country, and how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just...
There he goes! He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Great job by the back on the option. The extra point here would tie the game. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football. Much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. The Longhorns offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Inside the 15. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Williams looking for a man. Catch in the middle. It's Washington. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Jordan. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Looking to throw again. Finds his tight end. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game to make plays.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late, blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. The short hands, it's Jordan. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Running to Green. Turning it on. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
And on 3rd down, he calls his own number. Really nice job by the quarterback, making the decision, being decisive. He does a good job going, getting the first down, a new set of downs for this offense.
Finds his man. It's Barnes.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
And here comes the offense on second down. Send the tight end in motion. Gives it on the option. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
Floats it out in space. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Rides the back and leaves it. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. To the ground to try to move the chains. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's going to try to return this one. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn!
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Now the pressure is on to keep pace as they start this drive trailing 21-10. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Not much room there. They'll give him one to the 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Here's a quick throw after the left. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Williams will pass. It's caught. Oh, he's got some space. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know when you're playing against a defense defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball
off the play fake. Here's the pressure. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going for the big play. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. His first one of the day, gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. This should be the last play of the quarter. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Using the quick game. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the 1st quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. He might want another play. They'll run play action. It's complete to the right. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
The Longhorns are on the move. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Texas! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing on concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Tennessee. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Williams looking for a man. Under fire. And to get rid of it quickly. Winner of this game dons the golden hat, but you know, Jesse, only David could wear the golden hat among the three of us because there's no way either of us should put a hat on the kind of heads of hair we have.
Well, I've also understood that the hat's like a XXL, and we know David's got a big dome, and that's probably the only reason why he would wear it. I'll tell you what, these players, they think about trying that old sucker on after this game all year long, David.
Yeah, and trophies, man. I mean, this is something at the end of the games. People run, you see, they go grab them and put them on their heads. It means something to these kids.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Sooners want to move quickly.
Man, this offense continues to do...
Breaks into the open. Great reaction by this defense. Immediately on the catch. Swarming to the ball. Up-tempo for the offense. The give to the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Got it on the outside. It's Jordan. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
DB's right up on the receivers. Williams will pass. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again, this time a 43-yard attempt. He got it. That pulls them to within 15, 28-13 the score.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There he goes. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Longhorn! Fit it in the window for the score.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now.
Turning on the Jets. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. The Sooners in the hurry-up. Williams looking for a man. That's caught. It's Thomas. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Sooners will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Punts it out of the air. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. 4 wideouts set, 2 by 2 on 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Oh, he wants it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got a man. It's McCutcheon. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Williams will pass. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Thomas. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. It's our force to settle for the field goal.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Makes a move. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation, and with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Got room on the return. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Tennessee. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Grab behind the line. It's Jordan. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Got it in the middle. It's Barnes. Works his way to the... after gaining 5.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Williams looking for a man. Hauls it in. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Drip, drip, drip. The water droplets keep hitting the forehead. The paper cuts keep accumulating, and they keep moving the ball down the field, David.
Yeah, and there's a skill to that. I know it's not always the sexy route, and it's not what everybody wants, but, man, when you take what the defense gives you and you move the ball slowly down the field and your quarterback's making good decisions, your offense can put up great numbers, and now getting towards the red zone, try to get some points.
Got it in the middle. It's Washington. Turning it on. At the 20. Touchdown Sooners. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. He'll return it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Longhorns. And, oh, man, there's some burnt orange getting nervous in here thinking of the 2000 to 2003 blowouts, David.
And, Reese, I know that, but, man, it always feels like this game gets competitive in the end. And it's getting later, and it looks like Oklahoma's up big, Jesse, but I just wouldn't turn it off yet.
No, and if you're Texas, you just got to keep your composure, right? It's hard to do because you've been looking at this game and circled this game on your calendar all year long. It feels like it's getting away from you. Don't hit the panic button right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. Get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you...
Breaks free! Running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
One of the reasons this offense is so so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just bump this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. At the 45 on his way. It's a running room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas. And Bevo's really starting to snarl right now, and he'd love to rub the Sooner Schooner's face right in it, David.
Yeah, they got it cooking. The Longhorns are looking good. In this rivalry game, you got half the crowd in this burnt orange, Jesse, that is going bananas right now.
Boomer Sooners got the weapons, though, guys, on offense. You've got the horses on the outside to turn this thing into a track meet. I know you're down here, but you can change this game. It just takes one play.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
Yeah, and you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Snap it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Williams will pass. Pulls it in. It's Jordan. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Sooners line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He's going to fire deep. Holds it in on the left. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. The offense changing the play. To the air on 2nd down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Longhorns! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Complete to start this drive. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll try the run. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Williams looking for a man. Slings it downfield. Fires and picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. They'll start this drive going to the air. He fires to the left side. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. And the last play, they got the explosive to get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Tennessee. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Williams will pass.
It's a little close, a little too close for comfort, but I'll tell you what, quarterbacks got to be aware, right? When they're taking shots or they're throwing the football close to their own end zone, got to know where they're at so they don't give up the safety. Good job by the quarterback. I'd like him to get rid of the football next time, but at least he didn't take the safety.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got it near midfield. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Punt returners, man, you just got to make one guy miss. You make the first dude miss, and then a lot of times it's off to the races. This guy is so dangerous in the open field, as he shows right there in the punt return touchdown.
The AT unit on the field. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Texas.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The corners are walked up tight. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking downfield on first down. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Gives it on the option. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good. And then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job on the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Caught over the middle. It's Winston. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make, and I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Here comes the heat. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
This is so a Jesse Palmer. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Barnes. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And this offense throwing the ball has just been up and down the field all game long. They're now approaching 450 yards passing on the day.
The Sooners trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Williams will pass. Makes the catch. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. Smashes in between the uprights. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's got his man. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns will have it first and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Right down the middle. Got his man to the left. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. To the air on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Longhorns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Touchdown, Longhorn! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes... play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Here we go.
Williams looking for a man. A strike downfield. Wide open spaces. He's a touchdown Sooner. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
He'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Powers through. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the back. Turning it on. Hits him with a stiff arm. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Wolf. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. They'll leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Got the tight end outside. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Williams will pass. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. And the Sooners look to keep this drive humming. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting, and they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched, but here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight, because as a coach, you want to know next time you take the field which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Texas offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Gonna swing it on second down. Right on the money. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Going downfield for the big play. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the ground game. Got the first down and more. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Williams looking for a man. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He's got him this time. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The Sooners line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Throws to the back. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Texas! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Finds a little space. Breaks into the open. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knock him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. You're getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
That's caught. It's Terry. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They close that drive going to the air for the final few inches. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
Williams will pass. With the catch, it's Jordan. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. They get to him as he throws. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. One more play to pad the stats. And back to the air on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.